Hi guys, welcome back to Read with Uzo. It's great to have you back. Um, so today's we're going to be celebrating notable Black people, both past and current. So yes, that's what we're going to do today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. That's how you can support me, and that's how I can keep bringing you guys brilliant reading content. Yes, and thank you so much for your support so far, guys. You guys have been great. Excellent. So we're going to delve in. I have a riddle for us today, and I want us to look at this riddle. Let me share my screen. We're starting with this riddle. So it goes, what 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? Do you think you know? What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? If you think you know the answer, what do you think you will do? Put it down in the comments section. I'm really looking forward to what we have to do today. I really went and did some research into notable Black people, both past, and current. So I'm really looking forward to bringing that to us today. But in the meantime, I want us to sing this song. Do you have your dancing shoes on? 1 second, guys. Let me share my screen. Row, row, row. I got the eye of a tiger. I am a champion. Louder than an iron. I am a champion. You're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 oh. You're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Great job. How do I end this now? There you go. Excellent. Well done. I hope you had a good dance or you loved singing that song. I love singing that song. Hi guys, if you're out there, please put your name down in the comment section so that I know you're here. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and like this video. Hi Kenna, it's great to have you back, Kenny. Hi Tochuku. Oh, welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, so now we're going to go into reading our first story for today. I don't know if you want us to. No, let's read our first story for today. I'm going to take a story from the Old Testament. Thrown into prison. Can you see the pictures? Right. So let's get started. Over the years, Joseph served Potiphar well. In time, he was put in charge of Potiphar's house and later all his lands, but trouble was brewing. Potiphar's wife was displeased with Joseph and told her husband lies, pretending that Joseph had attacked her. That's not nice, guys. Potiphar had Joseph thrown into prison. It just so happened that Pharaoh's butler and baker were also in the same jail. Joseph was given the job of serving these men. One night, both of them had warring dreams. God can show us what dreams mean, said Joseph. Tell me what you saw. The butler, hi Tobenna. The butler told Joseph of a grapevine with 3 branches. He had squeezed the grape juice into Pharaoh's cup and given it to him to drink. You know who a Pharaoh is? He's like the king of Egypt in the olden days. The meaning is clear, said Joseph. In 3 days, you will be free and back to work. Please put in a good word for me. Joseph turned to the baker and said to him, your dream is not a good dream. He says in 3 days' time, Pharaoh is going to kill you. Joseph was right. 3 days later, the butler was back at work in Joseph's palace, and the baker was dead. As soon as the butler was released, let's see here. What's happening here? Let's see. Okay. As soon as the butler was released, he forgot about the promise he had made, and so Joseph remained in prison. 2 years later, Pharaoh's sleep was disturbed by strange dreams again. In one dream, he was standing in a field by the river Nile when 7 plump, well-fed cows came out of the water and began to feed on the grass. These were followed by 7 thin, bony cows who ate up the first cows. All the wisest men in Egypt couldn't help Pharaoh to understand what his dream meant. Then the butler remembered Joseph, and then he mentioned him to Pharaoh. Joseph was instantly, he was brought before Pharaoh. Then this is Joseph's interpretation of the dream. There will be 7 years of good harvest, explained Joseph. After that, 7 years of bad harvest will follow. You must store food in the good years to help you through the bad years. Pharaoh could see that Joseph was a man of God. He was so impressed with him that he made Joseph his chief minister from prison. Amazing. And gave him his own gold ring, a gold chain, and fine clothes as a mark of his new role. He's now going to be the new prince of Egypt from prison, guys. Isn't that amazing? Great. All right. So what are we going to do next? I hope you love that story. See how one man went from being in this prison, being diligent with everything he did, and then he went on to be the prime minister of Egypt. Amazing. Hi, Chima. Touchlax is asking, is Kenenna here and is Okenna here? So you guys, you can reach out to Touchlax in the comment section. Okay, I'm so excited today because we're going to be looking at notable Black figures, Black people past and present. We're going to be looking at this during slavery, the transatlantic slavery. We're going to be looking at the Crimean War. We're going to be looking even now, today, notable Black people in society, people who broke glass ceilings, people who knew who they were, and they reached out, worked hard, and they achieved great things in their own time. So we're going to see that soon. In the meantime, we know what we're going to do now. Who can guess? Yes, that's what we're doing now. Guys, you know what we usually do? I am special. Repeat it after you. After me. Sorry, guys. Repeat it after me. I am special. Guys, come on. I am a genius. Can I hear you? I am unique. Shout it out. I am unique with attitude. I can do anything. I can do anything. I am not ordinary. Go on. I am not ordinary. I am confident. I am confident. I am creative. I am creative. I am super intelligent, guys. You have to say these things out because the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more you become it. I am loved. I am loved. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Come on, guys. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Excellent job. Now the last one. Who is special, a genius, unique, can do anything, not ordinary, confident, creative, super intelligent, loved, fearfully and wonderfully made. Come on, guys. Shout your name. I am Uzo. Come on, guys. Right. I am Uzo. I am Tochukwu. I am Touchlax. I am Kenena. I am Okenna. I am Tobena. I am Chima. I am Toby. I am who God says I am. Great job. Okay. So it's time for our second story. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay. Yes, Tochukwu. I am Tochukwu. Okay. So let me know which you prefer. Can you see this? 1 second. Share screen. I am unique. Well done. Who said that? Is that Touchlax? Yes, I am unique. Great job. I'm looking for. Oh, I hope it's here. Can you guys see my screen? Is it big enough? I don't know if this is big enough. Is it big enough? Let me see. It looks quite small. So look at this. And I'm going to try something else. Stop screen and we'll try this. Share screen. Yeah, okay. So we'll try this instead. Okay. So we're looking at notable Black voices, past and present, for kids. So our first, oh, what did I do there? Ooh, what did I do? 1 second, guys. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, so we're going to get started. So this is, let me show her photo. This lady here is Mary Jane Seacole. She's a British Jamaican nurse and businesswoman. She set up a hotel during the Crimean War. The Crimean War was a war fought between the Russians and a coalition of which Britain was one of them. And her hotel was there basically to take care of six soldiers. And she was able to visit the battlefield, helping, and they started calling her Mother Seacole. So she was a nurse, a British Jamaican nurse, And that was one of the most notable things. She went into the battlefield looking after sick soldiers during the war. That's amazing, guys, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to move to this next guy. Who knows who this guy is? Who knows who this guy is? He's called Martin Luther King. 1 second, guys. He's Martin Luther King. He was, yes, he's dead. So that's why I'm using the word was. Hang on 1 second. He gave a speech, and it was called "I Have a Dream" speech. Very, very popular speech. He was really like one of the leaders of the civil rights movement back in the 50s and the 60s. He was killed in 1968. He delivered the fame, like I said, the "I Have a Dream" speech at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. in America. One of the most quoted parts of his speech is called "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today." That was one of his most popular speeches. Okay, so moving on. Guys, who knows who this is? So you can imagine after that his speech, and how many years later this guy becomes the first Black president of the United States of America. His name is President Barack Obama. Yeah? President Barack Obama. He served as the 44th president of the United States. Married to Michelle Obama, the first Black president. Talk about breaking ceilings. How do you think this guy would have felt, Martin Luther King, to see 40-something years later a Black president? That's impressive, I think. So we're looking at this guy now. Who knows who this is? He's a British, he used to be a boxer, a professional boxer. He's called Christopher Eubank. He held the WBO middleweight and super middleweight titles between 1990 and 1995. And he's ranked as the 3rd best super middleweight boxer of all time. His nickname is Simply the Best British. Simply the Best British. That's an incredible achievement, don't you think, guys? Let me see your comments. I haven't been watching out for comments. Let me see. 1 second, guys. Let me see if you guys are coming up with anything. Okay, nothing yet. So any comments, please bring it up. Any thoughts, anything you would like to say, let me know. Okay, so moving on. This guy is Ian Wright. He was a professional footballer. Now he is a commentator. Ian Wright. He played for Crystal Palace and Arsenal. And I think I don't know if his record has been broken in Arsenal, because I think he scored the most goals in Arsenal. So what an incredible achievement. Kudos to Ian Wright. Okay, moving on. Yes, this man is known as the greatest. Guys, he is called Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. He is known as the greatest, and he's widely regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Some of his famous quotes are, "Don't count the days, make the days count. And service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." The greatest, if you ask who is the greatest, that is Muhammad Ali. So moving on. Oh, this woman, I love her so much. I love her. She is called Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was the lady during the civil rights movement. She was really, her decision and what she did really sparked something great during the civil rights movement. This was during the 60s, I believe. She refused to stand up in the bus because then there were segregation laws in America. So if you were black and the bus is filled and you're sitting down and a white person comes in, you have to give up your seat for the white person. So one day she was in the bus, exhausted, tired. She didn't care any consequence. The bus driver asked her to stand up and she refused to stand up. You go, girl. Yes, she refused to stand up, and that started the Montgomery, what they call the Montgomery bus boycott. So all the black people refused to use buses if they had to stand up for their white counterparts to take their seats, and then that led to the changing of laws and all that. But she sparked it. She was very, very brave woman. She refused to give up her seat. Some of her best quotes are, "Each person must live their life as a model for others." Then I think when they asked her about, not standing up, something she said was, "No, the only tired I was tired of giving in." Tired of giving in. But I really love this quote. "Each person must live their life as a model for others." That was what she did. And all these people we are looking at, it's what they have all done. Yes? So moving on. Usain Bolt. Come on. I love him. Usain Bolt, guys. He is a Jamaican former sprinter. He's considered to be the greatest sprinter of all time. He is a world record holder in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters. He has a lot of gold, Olympic gold that he picked along the way. But yes, this is his usual pose when he wins a race. He goes like that. I love that pose. What about you guys? Usain Bolt. Somebody said to me he didn't know who Usain Bolt was. And I was like, what? Don't say that. So here he is now. You guys know him. He's a he's Jamaican, and he holds the world record for 100 meters, 200 meters, 4x100 meters. Let's see who is going to break that record. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's possible. Now, this lady, she's British, but she lives in the States now. She's called Zadie Smith. She's an English novelist, essayist, and short story writer. Her debut novel, her very first novel, White Teeth, immediately became a bestseller, and it won a number of awards. She's now a professor in the creative writing faculty of New York University. She's been there since 2010. Great job. So this is another one like her, another writer. She's called Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She wrote quite a number of novels. Some of her notable novels are Half of a Yellow Sun, Purple Hibiscus, Americana, and she has written a lot of bestsellers. She's a Nigerian writer, and she writes novels, short stories, non-fiction, born in Enugu, and she's 43 years old. Kudos to Ngozi Chimamanda Adichie. Now, guys, I love this guy. He's an incredible man. Incredible man. He is strong on the inside. He was born a slave, but he ran away, and then he became a very, very vocal person. He was writing, and he was an orator, and people used to gather to listen to him. He garnered a lot of influence, guys. A lot of influence. Did I tell you his name? Frederick Douglass. So when he was 21, he ran away. He was really a talented orator. People used to come and listen to him. But then, because he was getting a lot of attention, he ran away to England and continued fighting against slavery, because most of his talks was about his experience as a slave. So people were listening to what he has to say, but he was scared that will his master come and capture him again. So he ran to England and continued in England. And then other abolitionists joined hands to pay off his master. So he returned back to the US and continued campaigning against slavery. This guy is people doubted he was born a slave, but he was born a slave. And he published a well-known anti-slavery newspaper called the North Star. As I understand it, when people were running away, when slaves, Black people were running away from their white masters, they always used the North Star to lead them to freedom. So yes, if you ever visit Washington, D.C., it will be great if you go to his house, and his house still stands there in America, in Washington, close to the White House and all that. So yeah, that's Frederick Douglass, an amazing man. And guys, this woman is something else. I don't know the kind of woman she is, but she is made of steel. She is called Harriet Tubman. You know, she was born into slavery. She escaped. She not only did she escape, she went back 13 missions and freed 70 slaves, friends, relatives. She didn't care about the consequence of being caught. She was on a mission. As she was free, more or less, she was going to help other people to freedom. And she did it. She risked her life. She is an amazing, strong woman made of steel. I love this quote by Harriet Tubman. You know, when she was going on her missions, she used to say to the other slaves then, if you hear the dogs, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If there's shouting after you, keep going. Don't ever stop. Keep going. If you want a taste of freedom, keep going. Oh, that is so inspiring. So inspiring. And another quote she's known for is, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always, and guys, I'm saying this to you. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Always remember, Kenenna, you, Okenna, you, Touch Lacks, you, everyone that is listening, you have Chima, Toby, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Indeed, an abolitionist and political activist born into slavery, this woman single-handedly went back and freed 70 slaves. That is incredible, guys. Incredible. Another incredible man coming up for you guys. There he is. Oh, doesn't he just look like a grandpa? He is. He's an incredible man. In South Africa, they had what they call apartheid. They were laws of segregation. And those laws discriminated against Black people. This man, a lawyer, he fought against those laws. Nelson Mandela, he fought against those laws. And because he was, making headway, he was causing trouble for the apartheid regime, guess what? They put him in prison. Do you know how long this man was in prison fighting for freedom in South Africa? Guys, 27 years. So, since you were born till now, you live it again, and you probably live it a third time and even a little bit more. 27 years. They even offered to free him 3 times, and he said no. He wasn't just going to leave and go back into slavery. He wanted freedom for the Black people in South Africa because they couldn't vote. They were discriminated against. So what is the point? He thought. This guy changed his world. He is also, when he left, he was able to vote for the first time, and he became the first Black president of South Africa. An incredible achievement. He fought for freedom in prison. He refused to leave. This man is something. He left a legacy, not only for South Africa, but for Africa, for every Black person, for every white person. He taught how to fight, stand out, speak out against injustice. So when you see injustice, stop thinking about yourself. Open your mouth and speak up, because you might be the savior somebody is looking for. Speak out against it. Now, this guy is called Olaudah Equiano. He was one of the most prominent Black. I didn't show you his photo, did I? He was one of the a prominent abolitionist, and he did that through his works. He wrote a book that became an instant bestseller, and in it he was talking about his experiences of being captured in Nigeria and then sold to slavery, how he landed in the Caribbean, how he struggled to buy his freedom. This guy is incredible. In the 1700s, and we are living in 2020. And what do we say is impossible for us? He wrote this book and it became a bestseller. I'm looking for this book. I would like to read this book. I don't know if I can get even a copy of it would be good for me. So yes, that brings us to the end of today's session, but I'd like to highlight a few things. The Atlantic slave trade was actually was a slave trade that transported between 10 million and 12 million Africans across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americans from the 16th to the 18th century. I call it an atrocity. The civil rights movement was an organized effort by Black Americans to end racial discrimination and gain equal rights under the law. So this is where we have Rosa Parks, who refused to stand up in the bus. We have Martin Luther King, who was always campaigning. He gave the "I Have a Dream" speech. you know, well-respected people came out of this civil rights movement fighting against injustice. Crimean War was a war fought between Russia and an alliance, of which the United Kingdom was one of the members of the alliance. This is where Mary Seacole used to go into the war zone to treat. That woman has the heart of a lion. She went into the war zone to treat people who were sick. Gosh, I am so challenged. Then we have the apartheid, which was a system of racial segregation that existed. So it's kind of like the civil rights movement, the same kind of experience, but apartheid was for South Africans. It existed from 1948 until 1900, when Nelson Mandela was released. So that brings us to the end of today's session. Who was your favorite in all of that? Hi, Ngozi Ozokoye. Great to have you. Who was your favorite, guys? Who did you like the most? All of them. I'm struggling to make up my mind. Who are everybody kind of, you know, has shaped me. Or yes, Tochukwu. Indeed, he dabs. Yes, that's Usain Bolt. But yes, these are incredible Black people who broke ceilings, glass ceilings. They made a mark. They made a mark. So that's incredible. So thank you for joining me, guys. That's the end for today. I hope to see you next time. Next week will be our third. I think we're only going to have 4 sessions, and it will end, which will end at the end of the month, the last Thursday in the month. So join me again next week, Thursday. If you haven't liked this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Bye. Oh, you like Nelson Mandela, Kenna? Yes, I like him too. I can't imagine what he went through. I like Harriet Tubman too. I love Rosa Parks too. I don't know who to choose. Okay. I love Obama as well. These, you know, every one of them. And we too, you know, we should look for ways that we can change our world. We have what it takes. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye.